Here is the second bonus question of your test on trigonometry of right triangles. Question 19. The length of a side of one equilateral triangle is equal to length of the altitude of another equilateral triangle. Prove that the ratio of the area of the triangle to the other triangle is 3:4, right? So that is the question. Try to make a sketch, think about it, and solve the problem. It's a bonus question, very beautiful question. Think and do it. Now, here is my suggestion or hint to solve this problem. So let's first draw two equilateral triangles, right? So we have one triangle here, and the other triangle, let's do it here, right? Well, it looks a similar size, but they are not similar size, right? Equilateral triangle means that all angles are 60 degrees, right? So all angles are 60 degrees. That is what is given to us. All angles are 60 degrees, right? Now, important thing here is that the length of a side of one equilateral triangle is equal to length of the altitude of the other. So let's say this is the first one, and the side length is, let us say, x. Then in this case, altitude is x. That is what is given. Prove that the ratio of area of the triangle to the other is 3:4. You understand? So the ratio of the area is 3:4. This is what you have to prove. That means, let's say this is our triangle 1 and this is triangle 2. We need to prove that T1 over T2, area of T1 over T2, right, is equals to 3/4. This is what we need to prove. Now the hint here is, let's consider a general equilateral triangle. Let's say, let me draw one for you here, and we'll give you two different approaches to that question, right? Let's say we have an equilateral triangle here, and let's say the sides are 2 each. Each side is 2. Then this perpendicular bisector, rather the altitude, will actually bisect this side into equal parts, since it is an equilateral triangle. So each side will be 1 each, right? What is going to be the height? Height will be 2 square minus 1 square square root, right? So height in this case will be equals to square root of 2 square minus 1 square, which is 4 minus 1, which is square root of 3. So the height is actually square root of 3. So in any equilateral triangle, the ratio of the sides is like this. So whatever is the side length, this is like square root 3 over 2 times. Now let me draw this triangle once again, just to match it with our things which we have. I'm just trying to draw it once again here. Now I'm saying that total length is not 2, but is x. It's not 2, but x. Let us first say, let us say it is 1. Okay. If my side length is 1, I'm dividing every side by 2, right? So I get this length as square root 3 over 2. Is it okay? And this is 1, correct? So that is the ratio. If my side lengths are 1 each, then perpendicular is square root 3 over 2. How about if the side lengths are x? If it is x, then this will be multiplied by x, right? All sides will be like this. Do you see that? So for a triangle with base as x, our altitude or the height of the triangle will be square root 3 over 2x. Do you see that? That is how base and height are related. Okay, so that gives you area. What is the area of a triangle? Area of the triangle is half base times height. Now for this triangle, the first one I will do for you. So area of the first one will be half base is x and height is square root 3 over 2 times x. So you get area of the first triangle. Now in the second triangle, you are given the height. You have to find what base is. So you can do the reverse calculation here. Do you see that? And then find out the area of the second triangle using the same formula. And you'll get the ratios as 3/4. Correct? So that is one way of doing it. Second way of doing it is like this. When you know that the side is x, then you know half of it is half x. Correct? Now you can find the height of the triangle using tan ratio. What is tan 60? So tan 60 will be, let me do it here now. So we have tan 60 equals to h over half x. Okay, so we get height of this triangle in terms of x. That is, height is equals to half times x times tan of 60. Now once we know height, then we can find area, half base into height. Correct? So we get area of the first triangle. In case of the second triangle, we know the height and we don't know what the base is. So we can find what is half base. Let's say this is half of base. Do you see that? Half of base. So half of base, that means this figure. We can calculate half of base, that is this figure, half of base, using tan 60. Do you see that? We know x is your height. So for the second triangle, what we can do is, we can say tan 60 equals to x over half of base, right? Correct? So half of base is equals to x over tan 60. So we get base in terms of x. Do you see that? Now we can plug it in this formula and find our answer. So base is also in terms of x, h is also in terms of x. So in both the areas we have one variable x in the ratio that will cancel out and we'll get 3/4 as our answer. So you can use either of the two methods to prove, right? So that is how it is to be done. I hope you understand and appreciate it. Thank you and all the best.